Early morning here, and what's today? The third, December 13th, 2022. I got this tractor here. I got for a pretty good deal. It's a nice one owner, nice unit. The only thing is a problem supposedly with the starter, so we're gonna pull the motor. It's got low hours on it. Let's get a key for it and see what it does. Well, I think this has got the. You gotta sit on the seat for the thing to turn over. He's even got that thing hooked up. That's crazy. I usually jump these things out right away. Just jump that out so I can see how it turns over. Gotta tape it up anyway. I just taped it up. Usually I just jump them out so you don't have to sit on the unit to start it, right? Kind of stupid. See what happens now. Nothing. Hear it? That ain't sounding good. I'm gonna pull the motor out and find out why it's doing that. The motor does turn over. I did turn it over with a wrench, so that's why he sold it. He put brand new tires, front and rear, on it. It's got low hours on it. He said he took it to a mechanic and they wanted like $800 to change the starter because they got to pull the motor with 734 hours. That's nothing. So let's strip this thing down. I gotta take these covers off. I gotta take this hood off, this front panel. Battery's gotta come out. It's quite a bit of work to get the motor out. It's a lot of work to get the motor out, but I playing around in my garage here. I got time, so. These bolts here are usually 10mm. That's what they call labor of love. I got a little container here. I'm just going to throw all the... You know, these are all going to be repainted, but that's no big deal. Do that in the summer. I'm curious if the starter's loose in there. Doesn't seem to be. Like I said, the motor's got to come apart anyway. There's no getting around it. Don't look like it's been off or cleaned or anything. Like I said, it was a one owner, so the guy owned it new. Got it brand new from John Deere. He really didn't want to get rid of it, but obviously he bought a 0 turn, so he don't need it anymore. A lot of guys are doing that, going with a 0 turn, and they sell the old stuff. Until it's dirty. The cover's never been off. See all this stuff? Cover's never been off. See how dirty it is and stuff? You can tell it's a P-Series motor because of the tag on it. It's a 89. See it right there? 89. H89. It's an 89. I got this thing for a flipping steal. It's really dirty in here. This thing needs to all come apart and be cleaned. Wow. Flipping dirty. She's a nasty one, Mama. She is one nasty one. Should be able to unbolt the 4 bolts in the front and take the hood right off. Hood in, front mount, everything. Take it one shot. Best way to get the grill off is take a Phillips screwdriver. There's a little spot in there where you can hook it on and bend it out. Can bend that down. It should pop right off of there. Probably never been off. See that right there? What you want to do is you want to bend it down and then it pops out, right? It's paint. That's no big deal. A little paint. Paint it up in the summertime. Feel like a new machine. In here there's some 9/16, 4 9/16 nuts. And this thing will come right off of here. This whole hood will come right off. 1/2 inch. She's across the board, Mr. Grinch. These four bolts, and this thing will come right out of here. Just pick it straight up and out of there, like so. Yeah, see, the motor turns over, so it's not like it's locked up. The motor's turning over, so. Alright, next thing to do is pull the battery and get down to the drive shaft, I guess. We gotta take this cover off and get all these off. There's 4 bolts on the bottom. There's 4 bolts on the drive shaft. We gotta pull this battery out to get to those 4 bolts. You know, the miscellaneous stuff. We should be able to slide this forward and out. Get it out on a milk crate, and then we can check and see what's going on with the starter. This should be 1/2 inch, or sometimes 7/16. There's a good battery in this thing too, so. Said the guy really didn't, he wasn't too happy about selling his baby, but he bought a 0 turn, and he didn't want to take it apart and try to fix it, so, can I tell you? Lead, follow, or get out of the way, that's all I can say. This battery's gonna go on that 420 outside. I can see if it starts. And I got 4 bolts here. Look at how dirty it is. Flipping nasty. Get this thing all apart. We'll roll it outside and hit it with the hose. Get this thing all apart. We'll take it outside and hit it with the garden hose and clean it off. 10mm. They're facing out. I guess that's the way they came from the factory. I thought they always went in, but maybe I was wrong. I like to pull the gas tank out and dump it into a 5-gallon bucket, see if there's any water in there. 2 more on the other side. It looks like 1 more. So we must be missing a bolt. Here's the off, reserve, and on over here. Battery tray will come right out. And a lot of times these get all rotted. This one's in good shape. You can see the drive shaft down in there. There's 4 bolts holding it. I see no mouse nest in here, so that's a good sign. You can see it right there. See the 4 bolts. I gotta take those four bolts off of there. I might be able to reach in there with something long and get it, but I don't know. She needs a good bath, I'll tell you. She needs a good bath. Awful dirty. Hit it with industrial degreaser and a garden hose, and this shit will clean right up. I can take these panels off. Might be able to get in there easier if I do that. I'm gonna take this panel off. I might be able to get in there through the panel. 10mm again. I might be able to get in there with a half-inch. Be able to get right in there. Motor's wanting to spin here. Put the hole back on the motor. There it comes. It's coming. There's one. I can get you set up on the top here somehow. That's one. I'm gonna get 3 more out. Once I get them loose, I jar this loose. It comes pretty easy once I get it loose. That's the second one I'm getting out. I gotta spin the motor again. That's number 2 that's out. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Right there. This will be the 3rd one if I can get it out. My camera shut off, so I don't know if I got the footage or not. But yeah. And I gotta hold the front of the motor with a 9/16 wrench, because if not, it's gonna want to spin. And once I jar it loose, yeah, once they come loose, they're all right. I don't know what the torque is on that thing, but it doesn't seem like a lot. It seems like a lot of torque to me on that thing, but you can even see the flipping thing. It's like dark and dingy in there. Can you even see it? I guess so. Will it run? I don't know. One more. There's 4 bolts holding the motor down to the frame. We're going to take them 4 off. We should be able to slide this thing forward and out. There's the last one right there. See it? That's the last one. Let's see if we can get it. On the drive shaft part of it. These drive shafts need to be oiled, greased. If you don't grease them, what happens is sometimes they wear out and the thing will stop vibrating. Have a bad vibration to it. A lot of times that's the drive shaft from not being greased. Oh, will give you an issue. It's coming. It's coming. And the drive shafts on these P series are 1 inch longer than the B series. The B series have got a shorter drive shaft by 1 inch. Let's see if there's any critters in here. Yeah, there was at one time. They come right up this hole here. Oh yeah, look at the flywheel. Flywheel looks a little chewed up there. Not good. You can see that someone's been in here. Some critter. I got another flywheel if I need it. I don't know how bad that is. I'll have to check it out. Once you buy these and you're not going paying crazy money for them, you know, and then if there's still meat on the bone, you could do some work to them. I'm gonna make sure there's still meat on the bone there, you know. And see, this isn't all full of oil and stuff, which is good. This one's black. Usually they're white. There's a little choochie. This one's different. It's got a rubber hose coming up here, which is kind of weird. It doesn't seem like that. There's still meat on the bone on this one, Mama. I'll shut the cob. I'll shut the choke just so a little carbony. Probably never been tuned up. Seven sixteenths. I don't know if I could just get by with a starter. I might have to change the flywheel. We'll see. Well, that's a different one. Coming straight up. That's kind of odd. This thing's dirty. Filthy as crazy here. Stuff's been sitting in there for so long. Stuff's been sitting in there for so long it rusted it. This thing's really dirty. You know, it's all kind of moldy and shit. This one comes straight up, which seems a little odd. Well, a lot of the ones I see are like an angle, but this one comes straight up. Starter's way down inside there in the frame. I don't know what that is. Looks like something's in there. Dead mouse, maybe? I don't know. Next, we're gonna take this this ground off here. That's the ground for the battery. And it's got lift and eyes. Pull the motor. Probably just pull it out by hand. Ain't that heavy. I like working on the space shuttle. Thing needs a good bath, I'll tell you. The stinker. He's a stinker, Mama. She's a stinker. Alright, that's out of the way. I disconnected the battery connection. I gotta get these out of here. This is the choke. This one's the choke. And the choke and the throttle gotta be disconnected. There's the throttle. We got a live one here, Mama. We got a live one here. Alright, I got the choke. A bit negative on the battery, the choke, and the throttle disconnected. Next thing we got to disconnect is the fuel line coming from the tank. It's winter time here anyway, so I might as well be playing around with shit in the garage because it's too flipping cold to be outside working right now anyway, so might as well be working inside. That's the fuel line. Alright, and then next thing to disconnect is the wiring harness, which is this one right here. And that one. Got that one. That should be 7. Seven 16ths. It's an 89. At 87, they switched over from the B series to the P series. Now the B series had points, and then the P series has got electronic ignition. Which one's better? I don't know. I seem like they have a lot of problem with these electronic ignition shit. And we got the PTO down here. We got to disconnect also. PTO line, and then the line going to the starter. This is the front PTO, and then this other line goes to the starter. Should have it, yeah, it's got a disconnect over here. I just have to, it's a pull tie, I gotta break off and disconnect it. Yeah, the original, all original shit. And there should be a, that goes to the, there's a relay in the front there for the starter. There's a relay. I don't think there's a problem with that because the flywheel's kind of chooched. Alright, we got 4 bolts on the bottom of this thing. It's bolted down, and we could get it the hell out of here. See what's going on with it. Two bolts in the front here. Should be able to get them easy enough. Should be able to get in here with a wrench. And, grab a socket from down below. I might have to put an extension on it. And the one down below must be 11 because this 5/8 is not working. Wow, gotta put a breaker bar. The old breaker bar treatment. Breaker bar give you a little bit more leverage here. Probably all you need, a little bit more. Just a little more oomph will do you. There it is. Something smells a little cookie down there. Must be the starter. One. Get the other one off. Gotta use the breaker bar. Breaker 19. Get it off. Breaker 19. Should do it. I got 2 more in the back I gotta get, and then we can pull the motor. Look how dirty the pan is. I never cleaned it. Anyway, I got 2 more. One here and one there that I gotta get off. Here it comes. Let's see if we can get this freed up, and then we can put the socket on there. We can put the ratchet on there once we get it with the breaker bar. breaker 19. This thing needs a good cleaning. Good going through it. I might even give this tractor to my daughter. This one's a lot better than the one she's got, so maybe. We'll see. My sister wants one, so maybe I'll get it to her. Breaker 19. Yeah, the motor's gonna be ready to come out now, so starter's right here. So you can't get it out unless you pull the motor. That's how it is. These are nice tractors. They're heavy duty, well made. They don't make them like this anymore. They stopped making these in 91. From 84 to 91 is when they made the 318s. All right, the motor should come out now. Yeah, come right up part there. All right, motor should. Slide forward and should come right out now. I got new holes. If I wanted to put another piece on there later, I could put one on there, but that's probably just 3/4 holes or something, you know. That's what's fetching me up, is that flipping thing. I've pulled these motors out before. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. Somebody put that hose on there, I believe, because that's usually not on there. Alright, should come out now. Nothing holding it now. So these have grease fit. You gotta grease these things, or it'll be a problem. Looks like with a dead mouse there. Looks like that mouse there is giving us issues. We gotta take off the shroud, I guess. Take off the shroud. Just got it on a bucket here for now. There's a mouse. A couple on the top I gotta take off, and that should come right off. That one can be used for the ground for the battery also, on the opposite side. Oh, there we go. Here's the starter relay. It's 3/8. It's a starter relay. We got a live one there, Ma. Definitely want to take this front shroud off too, if I can. There's a bolt here. Bolts on this side. Yeah, she's one dirty one, isn't she? Needs a good bath. Get all these shrouds off of here. Needs a good cleaning anyway, you know. I'll get it out. There's an impulse tube that I want to change in here also. It's always good to take these out, make sure that there's no critters in there nesting, and you know, clean everything out good so you get good airflow. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to have to do to this thing yet, so. Yeah, no critters. No critters. Alright, so the red one goes in the middle. See it? The one with the red. That one goes in the middle. And these other two come from the stator down under the flywheel. Impulse tube. See, the impulse tube's gonna have to get changed. I don't know, flywheel don't look crazy bad. We gotta get the tin off and take a good look at it. Take this apart. This should be able to come out, and I should be able to take that clamp off, I think. Alright, should be able to get it with a screwdriver now, maybe. Still holding it, looks like. There it is. She's a crusty one, Mr. Grinch. So I'm just going to take this off to be able to get that out of there. I guess it comes off. There's 2 bolts on the bottom, right up under here. I got the one off on the other side already, but this one will come off too. It's always good to take this shit all off so you can see, give everything a good cleaning, you know? Make sure all the fins are clean and make sure that the motor's not leaking oil. Looks like it's fetched up where this coil is here. On this P-Series, the black that comes up from the electronic ignition goes to the ground. The condenser and all this other stuff goes to the positive on the coil. I should be able to get this coil right out of here. Oh, there's a bolt right there that's holding it, I think. Yeah, right there, that bolt. Yeah. That bolt's holding this up right there. When I'm in here, I'm going to check the valves. You know, make sure the valves are set and everything. Alright, I just got to disconnect this coil. Disconnect this coil and get this coil out of here. And there's a clip here that's holding all the wires together. That's the last thing I need. Motor don't look crazy dirty, to be honest with you. I have to get that coil right out of there, I think. Disconnect the coil. Gonna have to come out of there anyway, so I'll just take it off. Coil bolts are a little longer. Coil coil bolts. And let's disconnect these wires. I know what goes where, so. Like I said, the condenser goes to the positive. On the B series, it goes to the negative. But on the P series, which this is a P series, it goes to the positive, the condenser. The B series is the older motors, it goes to the neutral. This is fucking dirty as hell here. How dirty it is. Yeah, I don't know. Flywheel don't look crazy bad. There's the impulse hose that runs the pump. Looks pretty clean, actually. Not crazy dirty. There's where the valves are. Ain't all busted apart. That's good. There's 2 bolts. One there, and one there, and the starter should come out. One there, and one in the back. Yeah, it's 1/2 inch. This one don't seem to want to grab on there for some reason. It'll give you a lot of room, I'll tell you. It'll give you a lot of room to get these things out of here. Wow. It's only bolted onto the aluminum, so I mean it's not the greatest setup in the world. It's bolted right onto the head, the cylinder. If them ever come loose and start wobbling, you're screwed. That's that one. I got a motor in the back that said the starter's loose on it, so that motor's junk. You want to change the whole block out, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Good candidate for parts, right? Alright, got another starter here. I'll go hook this thing up, see if it works. Alright, I got a battery here, some jumper cables, and we're going to see how this thing... It's possible that it's this relay that's bad, but I'm not sure. I'm going to test it. Test it while I'm here. Put the positive right to here. Battery. I have to ground it out. So we'll see if it's how it's spinning, right? We'll put this on the battery. Positive and a negative. We're gonna have to jump out the solenoid. I do have a little jumper here for it. We can go from the positive I'd like to check this relay, see if this relay's bad. Yeah, we can't really, we'd have to put that to ground somewhere. Which I should be able to do that easy enough with a jumper. This is the ground on the relay. We'll go to there, and we'll go to ground. That's going to be the ground. And then the positive is going to get hooked up to the battery pot. We'll have to go to here somehow. Let's see if I can get a little better jumper than that. I wonder why that's coming on all of a sudden like that. Seems to be working fine here. It might be a bad solenoid staying on. It's kind of weird. Probably a bad solenoid. So let's take the solenoid right out, and we'll just go right to this. So gonna go. Going right to there, right through my button here. Got a live one, Mama. Yeah, I think it's a bad solenoid. Nothing wrong with the starter. She's got a little growling action happening there. We'll put the new one in. A little growly. Yeah, we just have to hook up the power to it, right, for it to spin. Right, let's hook up the power to it. It could be this starter relay's junk. I got other starter relays. Well, that's just I think that's just a regular fucking flipping. I think I might have another one. To the jumper cable here, to the this one here was definitely an issue. We'll try it. Yeah, so this flywheel is gonna definitely be changed. I mean, it's spinning over, but she's definitely ground down. So I got another one in the garage in the barn over there. I just gotta go pull it in there, take the shrouds off and take it off. I'll swap it out. Alright, you ready? It ain't sounding too good, that flywheel, I'll tell you. Ain't sounding good. This one definitely needs a flywheel. It looks like the casing got a little crack in it too. Let me get the light. Looks like the casing down there, it's got a little crack to it. It's not all the way through, but it's cracked. So the starter's, you know, going to be compromised in the future, and that's part of the block. Now, there's a couple of things I could do. Is I could take it out and I could weld it. I got an aluminum welder. I could weld it and drill it again. Or another option I have, which is probably a better option. I got this other motor here that had about the same amount of hours on it. Came out of a 316. Had like 600 hours on it, but it's got a blown rod in it. Ran good, ran fine on one cylinder. The same exact. I think this is an 88. It's the same exact motor. The carburetor jet's a little bit different. On the 316s, the older ones, the 318s, and the 420s have the same exact motor. Everything is the same crank, same pistons, same everything. The only thing that's different is the jet inside the carburetor. So this is the same motor as the 318. So I did take this out and I did check it. I did turn it over, and one of the pistons isn't moving. So I might be able to take this apart and, you know, take parts from the other one and put it on this one. Because I've been wanting to take this one apart anyway, see how it goes together and whatnot. This had about 600 hours on it also, but I blew a rod. So I got this motor, and I got this one with a compromised flywheel and the mounts for where the starter goes. So what am I going to do? I'm not sure yet. I'm definitely going to strip that other one and get it apart and see if it did any damage inside. If it didn't do any damage inside, I might make one good motor out of both of them. They're the same year, but see, the only thing that this is a little different. See how this goes? But that ain't a problem. I got all the stuff for this thing anyway, so this one looks a little cleaner. And you know, I got new rings. I could re-ring it, hone out the cylinders, rebuild it. Ain't rocket science. So that's where I'm at here with this stuff. We'll see what happens.